Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. Today we're going to look into the owner's guide. There's a little change when it comes to the ultrasonic sensors. We also have news regarding the newspapers in Europe, especially UK and Germany. We have lots of bad press when it comes to EVs, which is currently focused on the EV share, which declined in January, but we have many journalists sadly don't understand how this entire thing is working, how market share is not always the same, and why the January market share is not the one that you should take as comparison when it comes to saying if EVs are successful or not. Let's start with the owner's guide. We have Model 3 and Model Y having a mentioning that is changing here. Ultrasonic, the word ultrasonic is disappearing. Now we are just talking about sensors, and it is also changed to if equipped, which pretty much means that those car owners that still have the ultrasonic sensors and then those that don't have it. So based on the explanation in the owner's guide, we can see that Tesla is moving forward to take ultrasonic away, which also indicates that there is not that happening what some people think, that sensors are coming back. In the German owner's guide, the same thing is happening as well. So we have confirmation here as well. But not only that, I believe Tesla is now a bit under pressure, I must fairly say, to put here a software update out. Many people in Germany, and I did the same video in German as well, and 50 people alone liked and said to a comment of a viewer that he said, I'm going to order a Tesla if they solve this issue, and 50 people like that. If that is really going to be the case here, you have potentially 50 people buying a Tesla that are not buying a Tesla right now because they're not having a reason to solve that for any kind of circumstances, which I don't understand. I hope the update will follow very soon. Now let's look into the EV business in general. For January, there was a lot of bashing so far, and it is continuing in February, the decline of the EV business. But many newspapers don't really understand that the first and second month of the year is not what you should take as comparison when it comes to success of the EV business. Now let's look into the 12 years in Norway. And if we look into the Norwegian market, we clearly see that diesel as well as petrol, they have increased from time to time again. You see certain months, it was actually having an increase in market share by 4 or 5%. But the decline was continuing afterwards. So what we see in January, what many people don't understand, is not ICE cars coming back, as some German newspapers are saying. No, it is just a little bump upwards, and the trend will continue downwards. It's not going to change. And that is what many people don't understand. We are currently in a process of change towards vehicles, electric vehicles, and we do see that as well in China. Just look at those numbers here. BYD and Tesla up by 72 and 63%. And then just look into the other car market. Toyota, BMW, Volkswagen, Nissan, Honda, Ford. This is just looking devastating over there. And these are mainly ICE cars. This is not all EVs. And so I believe lots of people have to realize it is a slow trend. It's not going linear. It's going to be 1 month a bit more and less, but the trend is going to be your friend. And I'm pretty sure that the market share of EVs is continue to rise. And by the way, on ecarreview.com, we can talk about that. You can also rate your Tesla, by the way. Just check this site out. It's in English and in German. And you can rate your Tesla, share your experience. Let's put out there what people really think about a Tesla. I would really like to have you over there. Now, Giga Shanghai is also currently producing a lot of Model Y for export, Model 3 for export, and then, of course, the Chinese market. Now, again, January 2023 compared to the January 2022 is an increase again. And this despite the Chinese New Year this year falling into January. So we could actually see a very strong February. If it's going to be stronger than the January, we still have to see that. And then we have as well March, which is mostly a very strong one, but was already affected by Corona last year. Now, when it comes to the carriers, we also have, for example, the Glovis Summit, Glovis Sun, Höegh Chiba, Höegh Trapper, Grand Mark, and more. In total, currently expected to have in Europe 18 carriers coming from Shanghai for the European market. This is including carriers as well going to Southampton. And we have as well, which many people forget, carriers moving the other way around from Germany with cars for the Taiwanese market and Israel market as well. Now, Tesla is still playing ping pong a bit when it comes to prices in the United States. Model Y performance is up by $500 and the Tesla Model 3 RWD is down by $500. So you see they're still playing around with the prices. I think it's not going to be as bad as many people thought when it comes to margins, as Tesla is able to increase prices again a bit. And of course, the Super Bowl happened last night, and so lots of interest happened for Tesla when it comes to the search engine. And this is not because Tesla did some advertising here. It was actually GM. And there is actually a change. So many car makers are not doing any ads anymore. There were actually only 3 car makers deciding to do that. And it was GM, that was one company. And we also have Jeep. Jeep did some advertisement as well. And of course, we have as well Kia. Now, so this is only 3 car makers that still decided it is worth it to actually advertise on the Super Bowl. I believe, like in other countries as well, that more and more car makers will realize to move forward and actually do direct sales to customers, not over dealerships anymore, and that they are also changing their way how they do actually ads. So I believe this is going to be a disruption as well happening over the next few years. Now, when it comes to the Megapack factory, we have here 86 Megapacks hanging out in the yard. That is a lot of Megapacks. And I believe Tesla is in a good way and very good placed in the market to lead when it comes to revenue and when it comes to units. And they have a new project. We talked about that last week. A new project that is worth $430 million, which is indicating how much Tesla can do at some point in the future when it comes to revenue. And the market has increased. The energy business has increased by over 100%. So I believe Tesla will continue doing that and actually grow much faster than the car business currently. So thank you very much for being here today. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much.